This is part 1 of a build video showing how I turned an inflatable whitewatering raft into an electric boat that me and my friends could ride in the ocean to go fishing. Right here I'm just measuring out some spaces to drill holes to mount a 2x4 so that I can mount up my motor. Okay, these are the bolts we're going to be using. They're 8mm bolts, go right through, and that's how we're going to mount our motor to, well, not our motor, but like our motor board piece. So now I'm going to go ahead and take off the motor from the motor board and line up the 2x4 and drill these corresponding holes into it. So here I am, winding up the 2x4 to the main board that's actually going to attach to the boat, and trying to get it nice and square, which is actually quite a challenge to do, and took probably just 10 minutes to make it square and 90 degrees, or perfectly perpendicular to the baseboard. So that was kind of a challenge. And then I'm just drilling those corresponding holes now, so that it's going to line up perfectly. I don't really know why the audio is desynced right here. It should not happen, but it's whatever. In the future, I will be changing my camera just to like an iPhone or GoPro instead of a DSLR camera, because it is way too hard to use and is always out of focus, which with iPhone doesn't really happen. Like, it's never out of focus for me. And later on you'll see like how often it's out of focus. And we now have this mounted on. Right here we're just drilling some security hooks that we can also mount to the boat. This is the main part that will attach to the boat. It's like a hook thing that just hooks into a piece that's already on the boat. So to hold the board to the boat, we've printed these 3D printed pin things that will screw onto our headboard, and they just slot in like that. So then to remove the headboard, we just go boom, and then we also have hooks on our headboard to focus. There we go, to attach to this, and we're just going to use some straps. And that's basically how we're securing the motor to the boat. So hopefully the 3D prints don't break on us. Okay, the hooks are now on. These are our backup / trimming hooks to hold on to the boat. So if our main pins fail, these will be our backup, and we can also use these to trim if our motor is going sideways. Alright, so this is what the final thing looks like, which will go on the boat. So here we have, wrong way. So we have the motor down there. It's a Flipsky motor. It's pretty big with some super long phase wires, and it's attached to a 2x4, which goes to this headboard. Headboard will attach to the boat, and then those phase wires will go into this sealed box right here, which has a 14S 3P battery in here with about 15 amp hours? Yeah, 15 amp hours. 15 amp hours, 52 volts. So we can always upgrade that later. And then we have right here our Vesk, which is a U-Box 100 amp mini version. That's the light. And then a cable gland right here that has these bullet connectors coming out. And then that is our throttle, which we will attach to some old mountain bike handlebars, which is how we will control the throttle. And then steering, we'll just use paddles, and that's basically the concept behind this. This is us on the maiden voyage right here. First ever test after school, trying to race the sun before it goes down. But here, just go ahead and enjoy the footage of this maiden voyage.
Look at that! Can you turn to the right a bit more? mode?
Yeah. Okay. Alright, after yesterday's success, we have decided that we are going to now add on this nice big old heatsink to our controller, because yesterday it performed really well, but it was overheating way more than it should have. So we're gonna add this big old nice, pretty chunky, come on, focus, nice looking heatsink on there. So you're gonna go drill those holes out a bit bigger and then mount it up. Okay, I've gone ahead and test fitted the heatsink onto there with the screw holes lined up. Now we just need to go ahead and cut out a rectangle shape to fit the controller through the lid, as we are now no longer taping it to the lid, but we're using our heatsink to basically secure our controller to the lid. So I'm gonna go do that, and I will update you guys when I have cut the hole. Alright, just mounted up the heatsink. Flip it over. It's looking pretty nice. I like the look of the blue. It looks pretty cool. We just gotta add silicone on the edges to seal up the box once again, and then it's gonna be ready for the run at Seal Rock on Saturday. The boat is all loaded up, ready to go to the beach. Can't tell if this is focused or not, but gotta head down.
Boys, have fun?
Alright.
Oh.
Steer the ship. Actually, I think we should just like go like this. I regret not putting my stuff in my boat. I should.
No way.
Drop the boat.
What? You lost it?
No.
Okay, okay.
The whole thing is on the water. Give me a full throttle.
I don't want to do full throttle, I'm scared.
Yeah, we'll do it on the way back.
We got the boat tied up right here, just with some simple this like stuff. I don't really know what it's called. Catching some fish.
Yeah, get both sides. You get the cool blue of it too. Cool.
Oh yeah, look at the mouth.
I know the mouth
Yeah,
is
the
so
mouth is all
blue.
blue.
Pretty sick sculpin.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Hey, Liam, you're helping me.
I'm too scared.
You gotta do it, dude.
Yeah,
Be a
I'm
man.
very scared.
Be a man. Use your hands.
We just are leaving Seal Rock after a successful mission of catching a whole certain amount of fish. So here the GoPro froze for some reason. I'm not sure. It only recorded audio, but on the way in, everything was smooth and all. But at the beach, when we were trying to beach the boat, you can just pretend this image right here is our raft. There was a lifeguard like trying to, I don't even know what he was saying. I don't remember. But we were so distracted by the lifeguard that we weren't looking out the back, and a wave came and basically flipped our boat over and everything just fell out the boat. Luckily the battery was like waterproof enough so that like water didn't get in and cause a fire, but that was not good. But luckily the boat and everything is all good. We didn't lose anything, so okay, so I just want to go over the plan for next episode. So next episode I will be trying to implement a pivoting design so that I don't have to use paddles to steer the boat anymore, and I can just use a handlebar that just goes, or just a tube with a throttle on it that goes across, and it will pivot this board right here. So here's our mounts and then our pivot points with some bearings, and I also need to go ahead and beef these up as you guys saw in the video, which was not what was supposed to happen, but they can be beefed up. And then I will also be changing the prop guard. So before I had it set the round edge was on the inside and the sharp edge was on the leading edge was sharp and the trailing edge was round, which is the opposite of what you want for a hydrodynamic shape. So this will hopefully increase efficiency, and that is basically what I want to change. Not too much else for next episode. So stay tuned, and I'll catch you guys later.